Well, a real coup for us here on Super Saturday, because in the Super Saturday taxi, I spoke to the 1985 finalist, of course, who was Kevin Curran, who was defeated by Boris Becker. But now we have our other South African from 2018 who joins me. And of course, Kevin had his final against Novak Djokovic. Kevin, great to have you on Super Saturday. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's my first time. I'm looking forward to chatting.
2018, what a remarkable tournament you had. What are your memories with Wimbledon weekend being on with us now?
Yeah, it's almost tough to start. I mean, I can't believe it's been 4 years already. It feels like a lot's happened, as you said, but it's I guess in a larger context, it's not that long ago. Obviously, it's one of the biggest highlights of my career. We could get into a little bit more detail of some of the moments throughout the way, but all in all, it was a really special 2 weeks for me. It took a lot out of me. I played a lot of tennis out there. I gave it my all, but definitely a lot to be proud of when I think back at it.
We were going to surprise you with our location, but your eagle eyes quickly spotted where we are. So you did pick it up. So tell our viewers where we've come to talk to you.
That is at my school, St Stithians. I see the pavilion behind you wasn't there when I was a student there. So there's been a few changes. The courts have been resurfaced since, but I definitely spent a lot of time out there.
Well, I must tell our Super Saturday viewers, it doesn't surprise me that you recognize the background, because ever since I got here, some of your old teachers and guys who knew you, extremely complimentary, by the way, about how you've conducted yourself during your career and so forth, and a big friend of the community, the St Stithians College community. But they told me that you spend hours and hours and hours and even more hours on this very court where I'm talking to you.
Going back when I used to train as a kid, my dad coached me. My brother, played as well, and the amount of hours we spent on the court, definitely added up very quickly. And we moved a couple places, so where our primary training area was changed a bit. But for a while, St Stithians, outside of school tennis, extra hours, weekends, early mornings was definitely the place that we spent many hours training, both there and actually at the girls' courts as well. They've got a great wall there, which was something we used a lot growing up. And as you can see, it's a great setting. It's brings back a lot of fun memories seeing you sitting out there.
For our viewers out there, give us your feel of Wimbledon, because having spoken to Kevin Curran, he was saying that it's just a unique event. From your experience, and of course you went there many years with success, what's Wimbledon like? What's it like to play? What's it like to be a player at that tournament?
I think it's just the history of tennis that really shines through within the event. And obviously they've done an amazing job with new roofs, and it feels up to date, but something about the grass and something about just the championships itself really sort of takes you back in time a little bit. And I think even things like players wearing all white, it just adds a little something special to it. And that kind of maybe sounds a little bit silly, but when you just look at everything together, it really is a special tournament for all the players.
Well, we spoke about 2018 and your final that you got through to Djokovic. Now that's well documented, but I want to talk about the semi-final, because of course that has reference to what's happened. For those that don't know, you were involved in that absolute marathon. In fact, there should be a new definition of marathon in the Oxford English Dictionary. You won that fifth set, 26 games to 24 against John Isner.
Yeah, I mean, look, I played a lot of tennis that week, and even just a couple of days before I matched with John, playing Roger, that was, I think, 13-11 in the first set. It was almost 5 hours. And even my match against Gael Monfils in the round of 16 was a very close 4-set match. We were out there for almost over 4 hours. So yeah, I was definitely putting the mileage and the court time there.
So Kevin, what's going to be interesting is, when was the last time we saw a walkover in a semi-final? What does that mean for Nick and his preparation mentally and physically?
Yeah, I was just thinking that earlier. I actually don't recall the last time a walkover took place at a semi-final in a Grand Slam. Everybody wanted to see Kyrgios playing Nadal. I mean, it was a big match. Anytime a semi-finals at Wimbledon, I mean, it's one of the biggest matches throughout the year. So it was really tough to see that he wasn't able to continue his quest of actually putting himself in contention of maybe winning a calendar Grand Slam. if there's anybody who can deal with it better than most, I think it's Nick, because he really rolls with the punches and he embraces those sort of challenges. But yeah, I think it's just one thing interesting to note is, just from an outside perspective, that even though he got the walkover, he's through to the finals. There is a little bit of working through 4 days at the end of a Grand Slam with no competition.
Kevin, thank you so much for giving of your time and giving of your opinions and sharing time with us. I want to just say, from the Super Saturday family, the SuperSport family, and most importantly, the St Stithians family, there's so much love for you here and they wish you all the best. Thanks for spending time with us.
Of course, anytime.